Hey, my awesome friends. Yogi Zen Dude here, uh, living the Yogi van life. Here, so a little update here. It's been I don't know, a week or two, maybe less. It's nice not knowing what day or time it is. Okay, so you'd seen this bare metal. I took a grinder, put a sanding pad on it, and took it down to bare metal, and there's 4 or 5 coats of clear on here, and I went ahead and I did it down across here too. I felt it kind of finished off the front there, and then in the back I love my $10 water socks from Walmart. So in the back, before it stopped right here, and I went ahead and brought it on back on both sides there. Oh boy, I think it's right about 5 o'clock, though I saw when I turned my phone on to do an Instagram. And and I got 2 tarps. This is the big one here. I think it's 12 by 16. And I learned some tricks at the Rainbow Family Gathering there. And these, I've got 4 50-foot things of rope. I was thinking I had to go kind of fast, but it's not a 1-minute Instagram video. Okay, yeah, so I got 4 50-foot things of rope there. I like the colored one. I'm going to see if I can get some blue too, and I got them tied off to trees, and that did a really nice job. But then I found these cool stick poles in the forest while I was gathering wood, and I put them in, and the wind showed me it'd be good if I clamped them on there. And I really like the free flow look of that, and it really adds to my living space in the van here. I really enjoy it. The sun comes in from different directions, and I can move my chair around to sit in the sun or the shade there. And I also got an 8 by 10 tarp, so I could, like hang it right along here and close this side off, or hook it up to this one and tie it to a couple trees and extend the covered area there. So there's a number of ways I could do this too. I could have a rope going across here and have this come down some, and then that, and kind of make a room there. And I'll kind of zoom around here. First, I got I've been using an electric steamer for several years now and love it, and I found this steamer pot, and it works wonderful there. And that's my water for putting out the red hot coals at the end of the fire there. And my van, during the day here, I'm just leaving the reflectix up. I'm leaving these backside windows up all the time there, and these I take down when I'm driving because I can see more, and of course the ones in the back I take down. I did some more with the tie locks, twisty locks, or not twisty, but here you go, zip. I did some more with the wiring there this morning. I worked on I got this seat belt so that it's retracting real good, but this one I did some work on it, and it was, and then it wasn't, and so I worked on it this morning there, and it's working real nice now. A hot rod fella, he has, what was it? It's a 52. He's got 3 Chevy panel trucks there, and he said a lot of times with these seatbelt retractor things, you just uncover it and look in there, and a lot of times it's just dirty there, so clean it out and put some WD-40 on it, and he was so right there. So both of these are working great now. See if you can see it. See the little jewels, little jewels in the ceiling now. I know you can't see too well, but I put a bunch of them up today too, and there's more heart and star stickers. If this was down, you could see a bunch of them here, and I put more in the back there, and I'm starting to get into thrift stores and Goodwill, and I want to get into Salvation Army too, and so I can look and see if there's something that would be really good for my van life, my Yogi van life here. I found a really nice purple blanket here. It's real soft, and it's got a nice thickness to it there. I think it cost me $1.50. And then that nice blue pillow back there I got is about the same or less. Got a really nice light corduroy long sleeve shirt, high quality too. I think it was $2.50 there, and a couple other things. I think I got about 5 things, and it added up to $7.50. I'm going, yeah. So I'm gonna go into those and see if there's things that would be really handy for me. Just I'm really thinking about what do I really need or really want, because I really want to have as much space in my van here. It's soft on both sides. I've got clothes in a big bag from Nepal here, and clothes in another bag from Rishikesh in India and stuff. And then underneath the purple blanket there's a stack of these cashmere blankets and like things that you wrap around you, or when it's cold you wrap around your neck and tie there. So it's soft on both sides instead of hard cabinets and stuff. You've seen the Coleman stove set up, and it worked out really nice with the Walmart shelves. And I love my winter 65 quart 12 volt refrigerator. It works just awesome. I think I got it set at about 40 degrees there. You can hardly hear it there. Solar is working wonderful. I got so it's set up from Renogy. I did get the inverter from Amazon there, because they were at that time I was going to have to wait about 2 weeks, and I didn't want to wait 2 weeks, so I got their inverter. It's a 1500 watt or amp. I'm not an electrician, but it's a 1500 one there. I've got, as you know, 3 100 watt flexible panels on the roof. Oh, and I was thinking, how can I set up a tarp, off of my van? I was thinking of roof racks and coming off of that somehow. And then I thought of clamps and clamping it to the rain gutter here. And so walking around at the Rainbow Family Gathering, I see a fellow with a Ford van, a little older than mine, and he has used clamps and to clamp it on. It works really, really nice there. And his advice was not to get the plastic ones because they break. He said, go ahead and get some metal ones. And so in Walmart, look at these just small little vice grips. They're about 6 inches long. They were, can you believe it? They were $1.97 each. Might even been $1.78. I'm just going, oh my God. So I got 5 of them. And I think I'm only using 4 right here. So, you know, this is actually more like 10 by 16. So, really like having this tarp here. How many minutes have I gone? 10, coming up on 11. So I'm gonna, look at this. Look at the size of these trees here. That one there would be somewhere over 300 years, because there was a downed one over here, and I counted out 63 rings, because that's how long this body's been back on the planet. And then I just kind of took my hand and deep, and that one was I think about 210 years. Look at this one. Can you see that? Can you see the size of that back there? My God, this thing. This is almost 8 foot across. You know, straight across. It's almost 8 foot across. There. See, there's my. Look at that. Oh my God. So this is my home for 2 weeks at a time. I'm marking it on my map so I can come back here time and time again. It is, I guess, in the eastern part of the Mount Hood National Forest. They've got it sectioned off in about 4 or 5 different districts or something. So this is by Parkdale. I went into Parkdale. Parkdale is about 20 miles from the Mount Hood City. And in Parkdale is a good-sized forest department station, and they've got maps and I'll answer your questions, and they were super nice and very helpful, and they kind of pointed me in the direction of this area and another area here. This is where I've been gathering rocks for the fire pit, mostly out of right in here. And then look what happens back here. In the stream, look at this wood that's here, and I put some rocks and made it flat and easier to sit here and wash my clothes and fill my bottles with water. Look at this pond this is created, and it continues on back here. Maybe another time I'll show you, but there's a meadow back in here. It's probably the size of 2 or 3 football fields. Oh, see the fish jumping? There's some small trout, you know, from like 3 inches to 6, 7, 8 inches long, creating these ripples in the water. Sometimes they jump right out of the water, you know, 6, 7, 8 inches, and do a slide flop back in to the water there. So look at the reflection in the water. So this is my home for a little over a week longer, and I'll be back and mark it on the map. But oh yeah, before I sign off, this spot is this is a stream coming off a lost lake there. So you take the road on out to Lost Lake, and instead of going in, you make a right. And I think this is the first bridge. I can see it, but you probably can't. There's an old wood bridge here, these huge logs, and very nicely made, very simple, beautiful. And it's the pull-out, good sized pull-out just before the bridge on the left there. So, ooh-wee. Lots of love. Lots of love.